I've been putting off making this video for a while partly because I don't want to keep adding to the negativity, because there's a lot of negativity. And I think it's justified. Let's be honest. I think the majority of it. There are some toxic people that are calling top out, and I still think that is unnecessary. But I'll be honest with you, I'm falling out of love with football. And it's so strange because I've supported this club for a while, and I've seen the club be worse and me care more for it. But something at the moment is just, there's a victim mentality, and I've seen this a few times. Where I think it was in one of the John Percy articles, where it's mentioning about the club feels sorry about the FFP, like it shouldn't have happened to them, and they've done nothing wrong, and why woe so me. The club culture, like there's just what I enjoyed about football, why I've loved them so much, is the culture was there. And it's not saying, again, I think they're genuinely, it's obvious that the board need a restructure. It's obvious because where we're going, it is nowhere. We're going down and to the Championship. I was going to make a video after the Everton game, and I can't lie, I didn't actually watch it. I was like, you know, I'm going to prioritize being with my friends. So I did that day. Looked at the scores, then looked at some of the goals. I went, this is how I am at the moment. I think in terms of that, we've gone through different stages of fan base, and I think this is where we're at, because it was a god awful performance. I was angry about the Brentford that we lost. This for me was a worse result, but I felt numb to it, really. And this is what I want to bring it to. Going back like mental health and stuff like that. I think we're at the acceptance stage. I think a lot of fans are at the acceptance stage, and it's from speaking to people that went to the game and talking to them. I think a lot of fans are at that stage of like, we just accept relegation, and it shouldn't be like that. However, we what we've done in the transfer window, we've bought in Koulibaly. We thought, okay, that's one signing, and I wasn't too excited about him. I hopefully succeeds, but cool. And then we go and perform like that, and then there's just a load of, again, there's loads of just stuff happening, and I'm just like, what? Why? Like, Top was obviously he went to the game, then went off straight to Liverpool Airport, went over to play water polo or polo, whatever. And again, there's elements of that. The board aren't talking. We heard anything? We sold Tom Cannon. We did nothing with the money. It was, again, the Everton performance from Rude was one of the worst performances. From the players, they should hang a head in shame. I'm not proud to. I'll say I'm not proud to support this football club. I am, but at the moment, what is there to be proud about? Maybe El Canus and Hermansen, maybe. A few of those other players were really bad. I do like Rude, but something's not happening. And also, again, another reason why I'm just so disappointed to be associated with this football club is that we shouldn't have hired D Cooper in the first place. I think we all admit that. We did that. And then, well, the people in the comments saying you were wrong, as you probably saw from the video that I did a couple of weeks ago. And then we get Rude in, who's got his last job, the one before last, his last full-time manager role. He left because he wasn't backed. And what have we done? We've not backed him. Let's be honest. That squad, that team that started is that same. You've probably heard it. The same back line that got relegated, and we've added a player that's bought for 2 to 3 million, and expecting miracles. In this mentality of like, it's like, oh, feel sorry for me, don't do this, and I don't enjoy it, man. I really don't enjoy it. And I hate, and the reason why it's taken so long is because I was thinking I shouldn't make this video. because all you're going to do is just slag the club off for no reason, well, not for no reason, but slag the club off. But we are in this situation, and we deserve to be. You see other people around us strengthening. Even Southampton got 5 signings in, I think. We backed our manager with 1. I think we've got a really good manager that could go on to great things. And then, but again, if he keeps playing the highlight, and it was going to be tough against Moyes. I genuinely think that coming into that game, I was hoping for a win, but I knew how tough Moyes is going to be. I don't think they were nowhere near full strength. I think they were playing their third choice centre forward, and we made them look. Well, we showed them. We made us look like a championship squad and a championship team with players with Premier League experience that are on silly wages. And there's one thing, we're not learning from the mistakes. We're still giving contracts to people. We're still like Jordan Ayew, 2 years, fine. Vestergaard should never have got 3. And we're adding to that. And it's so dumb. There is broken culture. The players don't care. The manager and I've been at places where the culture is broken and it's awful. Somebody needs to come in and fix it. And it can't be a boys' club. Oh, we're all friends now. We have to, because that might be the last transfer for quite a while. If we get relegated, and we're gonna have to deplete and blow up this squad. So one of the things that I'm thinking about, they put all these players on. They put all these players from on loan from which is good, but it just feels like I don't know what we're doing or where we're going. We could argue. I won't argue too much. You could argue the squad's got weaker because we've lost Chowdhury, we've brought in Koulibaly. At least Hamza Chowdhury's got some Premier League experience. Well, I don't think Ruud van Nistelrooy will walk, but I don't have any love for watching football. I was happy that we got the win against not Tottenham, but he just feels like we've gone backwards again. And part of that is the players, and it just looks like they don't care. Partly the ownership and the structure around it, there's major problems. And we've dodged, and we can't keep dodging bullets. We've dodged 2 transfer PSRs where I think it was reported we were in financial trouble twice. And we've dodged that. And what have we done to get it? Oh, it'll be okay. That last season, what we had was papered over the cracks, and now we don't have any ideas. We're going to go back to a model of buy young players, develop them, sell them on for assets, and I think we've done that. If it was completely, all of it was rubbish, I'd say throw it in the bin. There's so many good things that could be there that I just don't think we capitalize. It's like they don't care. Like, obviously, Top has written off 130 million, and again, amazing for the club. But is it this going to be another? Are we going to do the same thing next year? Some people make some bad decisions in the club. Top goes, there you go, throw a load of money at it, and then we're done again. And he'll write off more debt and more debt. And I don't want that to happen, because we can't keep doing this. And we're doing this to ourselves. We can't blame anybody else. We're doing this to ourselves. We're signing these players on contracts. The club, whatever, they need to get somebody in that is, again, and people, I've heard the word thrown around. I think it makes perfect sense. Get Nigel Pearson in as a director of football or somebody like that knows what it is, why he loves the club so much and why he was here for so long in his different stints. Get him in as a director of football. Go, look, I know what is needed at the club. I know how to get it back on track, because something's broken, and it's not just slightly broken, it's majorly broken. And something has to change, because the rest of this season, I'm not looking forward to watching football. because what have I got to get excited about? El Canoes? That's about it. Does Yannick Vestergaard make me excited? No. Especially when they try and play a high line and he's not even heading the ball. I'm like, well, fine, don't do it then. And that transfer window that we had might be the last one we've had. Again, if we go down to the EFL, they might be going to put us on a contract, and they'll go, "What are you gonna? What? Well, you're on a transfer ban." So Koulibaly might be our less of a signing for quite a while. I just don't see where this club's going, and what happened to it. Do you know what? We stood still, and pretty much everybody overtook us. I think let's be honest, like Ipswich, well, we're above them at the moment in the table, but Ipswich overtook us. What we just need to hope is that Southampton, I think are pretty much down. The other two clubs, Wolves and Ipswich, keep losing. But they've just strengthened. They've put money into the team. We got to strengthen with hope. And we've got one player that's come in, and it just feels awful at the moment. I don't know what the club want to do, because at the moment it's just we're not really going anywhere. We're not doing anything, and I don't know. I don't know what to say, because I want to do post match reaction and be positive about the club, and I think I will be a couple of times this season, but I don't have the silence and the lack of activity, and it's just all it's like the games are not good to watch. Let's be honest. For example, the Everton game, the last few games that have been hard to watch, apart from the Tottenham game, but I thought we figured it out. But I was saying in that video, they were a poor side. Wolves game was not fun to watch. A few other games that were, Newcastle was horrible to watch. And it's like, and if the players can't be bothered, if the ownership don't want to speak to us, I don't see the point in for the meantime, just kind of creating distance. In the transfer window of nothing. And again, the board, if they said, look, if they at least said to us, do you know what? We didn't get this, but we're going to build the summer, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. They've not said anything. And we've seen journalists like Rob Tanner, Jason Bourne, and Charlie Carmichael, and a few others from the media, from Leicester, just go, this is it now. And we've gone, cool. The protests and everything going ahead, I'm not still 50-50 want to go. My thing is, I think this could be problems. This has to be solved. But the problem is not with the owners. And there are a lot worse owners out there than ours. We have good owners. They're just doing a terrible job. And I think they just need help. I genuinely just think they need help. I think Rob Tanner said it on the final whistle, and he said they just need somebody to support them, to go in and go, look, this is how we get the club back to the greatness. There are good things that are being done. But it's just stupidity that's getting us in this stupid position. And I can see, and the thing is, one of the reasons why I'm hesitant about going to the protest, I think that Top is a great owner, and I've spoke to Newcastle, and I had some friends that are Newcastle fans, and listening to them and the horrors of Mike Ashley, and yes, they're not all like Mike Ashley, but I don't, not that he's the only solution, and I don't want that. The Glazers, how much they're hated, they will stop the audience, the fans will start turning on him, because we've seen this story before. We've seen how we're getting relegated with very little. We're seeing how we are going to develop into what? Where are we going? Don't really know. What we know is that Championship is probably more likely than the Premiership next season. I hope we stay up, but then again, if we stay up, then what? We've still got Deacon over Reed, we've still got Vestergaard, we've still got Fass. Fass potentially is leaving, but you see my point. We've still got these players that don't care. They're good enough to stay up, but obviously, there's a squad, but they just don't want it. And if they don't want it, why do I want to keep making these videos? or being fake positive. I'll speak my mind. How I think about things. We've become very stale. At the time, we were trying something new. We were trying to do things a different way. And that's why I love that we got Enzo Maresca in. He was trying something different. And yet, here we are once again. With football, we've been even I'm just looking at the table and some of the people that I've mentioned. Teams that have not just succeeded or passed us, but people like Brentford, like Bournemouth, like Brighton, Fulham, Crystal Palace are a bit like have gone past us. They've changed. They've innovated. And it's not just been a one-time thing. Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest this season. They've not just gone, oh, I've gone slightly up. They've gone up and accelerated and gone 3 or 4 levels more up than us. And what have we got to show for it? Bugger all. So yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what this was supposed to be, but I was just trying to get this out because if you don't see any videos on here for a while, it's not because it's just I'll say it's upset me. It's just what do I do? What do I do about it? Can't really do anything. So just I don't know. Just don't say anything if you can't say because I'm fed up of saying the same things again and again. I'm fed up of saying there's a problem, it's an easy fix, but they don't want to do it, but then they don't talk to us and all this stuff. One advantage, you probably might have seen by the video, the channel's got monetized again. Ooh, see that? Congratulations, I'm back. That's the only real upside if some of you actually care. It just the thing is, they're not. I know Top cares because of obviously his actions have spoken about writing off debt, etc. But if the players don't look bothered, the manager's trying to again. Top cares because he sacked him, but then they brought in Rude, but then they've not backed him. So what do we do? Rude came out and said, and it's not the first time this has happened. Rogers, yeah, he said there was money and there wasn't. They lied to him. Enzo Maresca, there were issues that he's mentioned. I don't know if Steve Cooper said there was issues, but and now we're back here, and we just need a fresh restart. We need a fresh restart. But the problem is we keep adding to the problem by getting Oliver Skips on the book. He's not really getting any minutes, considering how much we pay for him. Diego Reed, and it's just we're just regressing, and it's not fun to watch. It's kind of like watching somebody family just go down, and we've seen somebody again. Somebody needs to come in with new ideas, with the new to refresh and to change it up. Because at the moment we're only heading in one direction, and it's not like we'll just go down to the EFL and then we'll come back again. With that ban, they're going to put a load of stuff on us. I hope we stay up, but we've just got to hope that Wolves and Ipswich go on worse losing runs than us. And that's all I can say. That's all my thoughts. So again, I can't guarantee that. Again, the irony is I've got monetization. I don't really want to make videos. So if I do, then I'll be around. I don't really fancy speaking about football as well, and that sounds really bad, but everybody's saying the same thing, and I don't want to just add to that. And there isn't any new analysis or going, okay, if something does change, and then I can see, but there's something broken that needs fixing, and I'm broken as well, to be honest. If you're not probably gathered, I'm broken with this club, and I'm like, well, I'm falling back out of love with it. No, and I love this club. I love this community and what it stands for. And every time I go to the ground and I'm walking to the around the stadium to go to my seat, I always go, God, I really I really do love this football. I do really appreciate it, and I'm lucky to be part of this great community. But I don't know where we're going to go or where we're going to head, because at the moment it's only relegation. if I don't make any more videos, I'm probably going to make one here and there, but I'm going to really cut. I'll cut back on the content as is. I'm probably going to cut back some more because I don't see any benefit. And I don't see what I'm going to add to it. And also, let's be honest, what I've said in this video will probably be true in the next 3 months. It'll probably be true 3 months ago when we got demonetized. And it feels like a similar real situation with just Ruud van Nistelrooy at the helm. And I don't blame him too much. I still think the blame is still with the board and the players. Board most likely. And that's it. That's all I've got. So again, appreciate this bit of a ranty. I thought I just taught this out, but that's the reason why I'm not making much videos, because what's the benefit? After Koulibaly, nothing happened. We maybe didn't get the targets we wanted to, but they wanted to back Ruud and they failed. So yeah, it's, if anything, it's a win. If I'm Wolves and I'm Leeds, this gives me an extra spring in my step. We've just got to hold out, because at the end of the season we play them, we play Wolves, we play Southampton, we play somebody else. We've got to hold on for dear life, but we can't do that. We can't score, can't really defend. We're going nowhere. So I don't know. I'd rather not say anything. And also, I've done it the year we went down last time. I'm saying the same thing again and again, and it's just like whacking your head against a brick wall. And I've said it before. And some of the bits are carbon copies of what have happened before. So, Fast making mistakes, Yannick Vestergaard making mistakes, the team it's just basic they can't do, and it's completely avoidable. But if they don't care, why should I? I'll see how I feel, but I'm not going to prioritize the videos and things as much as you can understand, because there's just not enough there. Enjoy the video, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you all in the next one.